Ooh, text. So, let's see, because I want my face, my full head in the frame. Hey YouTube, and welcome to my crash pad bed. But seriously though, I decided randomly that I was going to do a Snapchat Q&A because nobody was in the house at the time. And I'm not going to, like, my other crash pad, like roommates and stuff, they don't know that I vlog. So I always, like, if I record at the house, I always make sure I'm by myself. So I just quickly wanted to go through my snaps and answer you all's questions. Okay, first snap is from Kevin Whitaker. And it's just text, so I'm just gonna read it. Oh, it just says, hope you get JNB though. I think he meant the Johannesburg flight. No, I did not get it, so I'm gonna message you back now. Not want the Johannesburg flight. So, if that answers your question. Go Mitri, Slim. I don't know if I should put this in there in the I'm just gonna reply to it. Thanks, Slim. Okay, this one is from Brian835, and it's a picture too. That's Brian. He said, happy Thursday, come to Coachella, I'll buy you drinks. I want to go to Coachella though, honestly. I really wish I could go, but it's like one of those things with our schedules, just because we don't know till a month before what the next month looks like. I really can't plan that far in advance. Okay, so the next one is a video, and it is from Joshua Partridge.
Ashley, what's it like for flight attendants going through security? Would you describe it as like an easy process? Just wondering.
I love this question. Okay, so I'm actually doing a video on this because, you guys, I know I've mentioned in videos that I've said I've done everything I possibly could do wrong as a flight attendant, and I have. But this is one thing that I just will quickly mention. Okay, going through security now, because we don't go through like regular security, it's like such a breeze. In uniform, it's like, hey, blah blah blah, pack whatever, go through, it's not a problem. Sometimes in smaller airports we take our stuff off and go through the regular lines, but it's going through security is so much easier when you're a crew member than when you're just like not a crew member. But I had one really bad experience where I lost my badge, flew without my badge for way too long, because they would not get it back to me. So it was just like this big nightmare, and I had to go through regular security, and I was in my uniform, but the TSA lady gave me such a hard time, and it was like sweetheart, like, I'm in uniform, you know, I'm crew, like, why are you doing this? She tried to take my stuff, she had me take my wings off, like, it was so crazy. So I understand they probably have like rules and regulations that we just don't know about or understand why they're so strict in TSA, but 10 times out of 10, when your crew going through security is a breeze. It's a breeze. Okay, the next one is from Elizabeth. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Elizabeth here. Oh no, Herlithi? I don't know. I'm sorry. Herlihy.
Hi Ashley, you said you're getting paid for your standby in Atlanta, and I'm not trying to ask how much you get paid, but is it sort of similar to like how you get paid for layovers? I just want to know how that works.
Yes. Now, you guys know I don't always like discuss pay too much on my channel. Not so much because I'm like trying to keep it a secret or anything, but just because it's like one of those things that I feel like you don't really like. I would never ask someone that, so I don't. But this question, it's no, like, I completely get where you're coming from, and I think it's a good one. When we're on standby, we're obviously like on call type of thing, so we may go out for a trip and we may not. You're gonna get the greater hours. So like, let's say you're sitting standby for 4 hours, and yes, you do get paid flight time for a portion of those hours, not all, but you'll find all of that out whenever, like, depending on what airline you work for, because it works differently. But let's say you were sitting standby for like half of that time, and then they call you and they send you out on a trip. Then you're gonna get your trip money, but you still get flight hours for some of that time. So it's not like you're just sitting there not making any money when you're on standby. But that could be specific to certain airlines, so you guys know I can't answer questions for other ones. I try my best to make this generalized, but you all know who I work for, so with ours, that's how it works. So that's a good question. The next snap is from Colton.
Hey Ashley, I was wondering, of all the trips you've taken, what has been your favorite trip, and what is the next trip you want to take?
Oh, that's so hard. Oh gosh, that's the hard one. Okay, so my favorite trip, I'll do three. I'll do my top 3 favorite trips domestically have been Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Random, I know, but it was in the mountains and it was absolutely gorgeous. Hawaii, I mean, it's Hawaii. Like, you can't not love Hawaii. It doesn't matter where you're from. So that was a really good one. And then this is just like a personal preference for me, but I really, really love my Los Angeles layovers that I was getting when I was based in Minnie. Just because I liked LA as a city in the summertime. The weather was nice. It was so many things to do. So I enjoyed those 3 domestically. And then international, top 3. I mean, number 1 was Dubai, you guys. It was crazy amazing. I absolutely loved it. Lima, I really enjoyed Lima. Like, whenever I went, as far as like the shopping, and I went and it was their summer or their winter time, I believe, so but it was warm there. I really enjoyed that one. And then the Bahamas was gorgeous. Absolutely love those 3. So that's a good question though. I love the next place that I want to go. I think internationally, I'm torn between Italy and Canada. I really would love to do a Canada like layover. I've heard it's gorgeous there, but I don't want to go when it's cold. And then domestically, I would absolutely love to get a long New York layover because I still have not had that one yet. And anywhere in Montana, like in the mountains area. I really like the mountains just because the first time I ever saw one was when I started flying, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I think it would be nice to like see the mountains. It's really gorgeous. It's crazy. It makes you realize just how small you are. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, the next one's from Ethan.
Hi Ashley, my name's Ethan. I have always wanted to be a flight attendant, but I also always wanted to be a paramedic. So is that possible when you're a flight attendant to have more than one job?
This is a good question. Okay, so is it possible to have multiple jobs as a flight attendant? Yes. How some people have certain jobs and still are flight attendants blows my mind. But you guys, there are people that are stay-at-home moms that have kids that are like small kids and do this. There are people that have their own side business type things. I know a girl who is a bartender who bartends regularly and has her, like, she's a flight attendant as well for extra money. There are people that do Uber drivers. With paramedics, I don't really know how your schedule works. I used to work at a hospital, but I was in the lab, so I'm not too sure as far as like time wise what they schedule at. But yes, you can have 2 jobs. I actually think that it's like, that's amazing that this job is so flexible to the point of where you can do multiple things at once and still have this crazy job and like be able to travel and get the benefits. But the thing is with it, your first like 6, 7, I would even say 8 months in some bases, you're so junior to where your schedule really, you can't move it around like you want to. So with time, I would say that you can do this. Like, I plan on possibly going back to grad school, right? So obviously I would want to maybe go online, maybe go to classes, but at my seniority right now in Atlanta, there's no way I could have the days off that I wanted. So I would have to wait until I'm more senior and like have gained some experience and like know how to bid for my schedule and move things around in order to get that. But it is possible to have 2 jobs. Like, I'm off so much now just because I figured out how to work my schedule how I want to, that I could have a second job. If the second job, I would say, would have to be something flexible enough that could work with you with your hours, because when you're on your A days, it's really no leniency. So once your schedule comes out for the next next month, if that makes sense, then you could kind of plan that. But you would need a second job that was really flexible with your hours. It is possible though. How some people do it blows my mind, but it is possible. The next one's from my best friend. I don't know if she meant to send this to me. This might just be like a personal one, I don't know.
Look at me and Ashley.
Oh yeah, it is.
Ashley from Friars.
Oh,
My daddy keep everything.
that's like us when we were in college. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one in there. Love you, Bria. The next one is it's a picture. Oh, hey Justin. He's in training right now. He's in training for his airline right now, and I'm so proud of you. He's always sending me snaps. I love him. Okay, Miss underscore Olive Olivencia, I think that's how you say it. I like that. Olivencia. Olivencia. This is a video.
Hey Ashley, not to be a total creep, but I have an interview tomorrow with Delta, and I was thinking about wearing my makeup like this.
Let me look at it.
And my hair like this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I got this. It's Thursday. Oh no, I don't know if it's too late, like if you've gone to your interview by now, that I'll have replied back. I'll snap you back, but I don't know if you're there already. Okay, the next one's from Chance. Yeah, from Chance.
Hey Ashley, my question is, once you finish training and go on the IOE, is that the final test before graduate?
Oh, good luck. No, it's not. There's more. Once you are on your like last flight and stuff, I believe, in training, there's still more tests and quizzes and craziness after that. So no, you just wait. There's always more. Okay, the next one is from Y_Guzman, Guzman, and it says, people really say you don't have a real job. Well then what's considered a real job? Your job seems real and can get real AF. Like, people, you guys, because I'm off so much now, especially now that I figured out how to do my schedule how I want to, and like I can take off, like there's ways that I can bid for certain days off, but I don't necessarily get it. But there are other ways to back that up to make sure that I get days off that I want. So like I spent a week in Mardi Gras in Louisiana with my friends, but I still worked before that and after that. So like some people really don't think that I have a job. They're like, it's just crazy that you're so flexible with like your hours and stuff. Okay, my family has this group text together, and of course they get started when I want to record. Okay, IFE1357, love you, girl. She was like you were one of the first people that ever snapped me like a question about being a flight attendant, and I was just like, oh, I was freaking out. Actually, me and Hunter were together in McDonald's. I think this was on New Year's Day. Yeah, it was on, but this was on New Year's last year. Or I can't really remember. I just know that I was with Hunter in McDonald's when this happened, and I showed him this. I was like, oh, she snapped me this question. Look at her. I was so excited about that because that was back when no one was really asking me anything. So thank you so much for that. Okay, you said, I don't know if I ever asked you this before, I can't remember, but do you have to pay for the hotel in training, and can you switch airlines after training? Okay, no, you do not have to pay for your hotel expenses during training with my particular airline. Others, I want to say that you don't either. I want to say that they all put you up in a place to stay, but you cannot switch airlines. Like, as far as okay, what's the best way to explain this? With Delta, oh, I feel like the camera's been falling. Okay, with Delta, there's like Delta Connection and Delta Mainline. I cannot be a Delta Connection flight attendant and then switch to Mainline and then go back to Connection, like in that sense. Now, if you are a Connection flight attendant, you can become a Delta Mainline flight attendant. Now, I used to have a roommate who was, she worked for SkyWest, and so there were companies within that airline that she would switch for. Like, they had different uniforms and everything. She would go on, oh, I don't remember the list, but I know within a certain amount of airline companies that were smaller regional jets that she would bounce in between those and have different trips for different airlines. But like I can't be a flight attendant for Emirates and then switch and go to Spirit and then switch and go to Frontier and then switch and go to Mexico Air. Like, you can't do it within that. But don't feel like just because you're a flight attendant for one airline that you can't go over to another one, because you can, but you're gonna have to be completely retrained. You're gonna have to start over in a sense and like work for that different airline. So most flight attendants, once they get into a particular airline, they don't switch like that because they want to hold their seniority. They don't want to lose that, because once you get to a new company, you're starting all over again. So I feel like that's enough for a Snapchat Q&A. This was kind of just like me, like randomly deciding to do this. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I think this might be like a better way to maybe ask questions sometimes, like with Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter, just because you guys can ask them directly and then I see them more. And and I'm finding, like, when I go back in comments and stuff, that I've missed comments in my YouTube just because they're either not coming through then, and then some have been getting sent to spam. So I just want to be able to still keep these videos up, because, you know, you guys know that I'm putting, like, my personal own videos on there too that I just enjoy doing. So I just want to make sure that you all are, like, still getting your questions answered as much as I can, and, like, having informal or having, what am I saying? I just want to make sure that these are videos that you all are enjoying as well, and answer you guys' questions and help as much as I can. So yeah, that pretty much sums this video up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm about to edit and eat pizza for breakfast. So I'll see you all later. Bye.